the Mets do their press conference with the Zoom session, and I think you can get a live pass for it. So you watch the press conference, and then they forgot to turn the camera off. Brodie was sitting there with just two other guys. Metsy, number one.
Part one. Okay.
Forgot to turn the live feed off. Brodie says to the two other people in the room, "Do you know what Rob's trying to do? This doesn't leave the room." He says, "This just the three of us. This can't leave the room." Live cameras.
I want to say that's partially Metsy, but I won't even add that.
No, you
to
can't
this
put
one,
that on Brodie.
You're just having a conversation in a room. It's supposed to be
maybe
private.
walk away from the mics and cameras for the convo.
It's half Metsy.
Half Metsy.
We won't even add that one.
Brodie says MLB wants us to take the field, walk off, postpone, and then come back at 8:10 and play the game because Jeff Wilpon says the scheduling is going to be a nightmare. One of the other guys in the room says, "Who wants this?" And he says, "Rob."
Yeah.
And then one of the other voices in the room says, "They're not dealing with reality," which is true.
True.
True. And then Brodie says, "This is what we were talking about earlier," to one of the guys. He said, "This is what we were talking about earlier. Rob, at a leadership level, just doesn't get it. Just doesn't get it." So, even if Brodie may have had the facts wrong on this state,
right?
He admitted that he's had prior conversations about how Rob doesn't get it on a leadership level.
Yeah.
Okay. So
just like the rest of
So how do they come out? I thought I had the PR move mapped out. Jake.
Yeah.
Did you see my tweet?
You went for it, yeah.
I thought they were going to say, Rob Manfred say that was one of the ideas we floated. We floated a lot of ideas. Yeah. We didn't go with it. We were just like, there's a lot of bad ideas that get floated before we choose the right one.
Yeah. I was kind of team that Brodie was leaking this as like guerrilla marketing for himself.
I think Brodie was like
trying to pick up his own.
Someone who left a live feed on probably got ripped apart by Brodie. Yeah. Who got rid. Anyway, then both Wilpons, Fred and Jeff.
Now we start getting Metsy.
They both released statements. It could have just been a joint statement,
right? Easily.
So put that in the Metsy column.
So yeah.
They opened themselves up to say dumb things twice.
Both misspelling Brodie's name, so I think we're up to 3 Metsies.
BBD?
You got to include the leaving the camera on. I know it's not directly their fault, but...
We did. That was the first Metsy.
That was the first
one. That was the first
Metsy.
Yeah.
The second one was just like the conversation.
That they had.
That's the one I meant.
The fact they opened with "it doesn't leave the room" and it so left the room.
That's
I get what
the
you're
one
saying.
I
You know what I thought?
I was leaving the room in live time.
It instantly left the room.
So Jeff was part of the conversation. Brodie was saying that Rob and Jeff were trying to navigate this, and he said Rob doesn't get it. Jeff Wilpon takes the blame. He says it was my idea to have them come back, and our GM, had it wrong, and that's a mistake. I forget. What was the actual...
Taking credit for the terrible idea, though, I'm going to put that under the Metsy column. That was my idea.
And, if the commissioner's whole job is to eat shit for the owners, Jeff Wilpon being like, "No, I'll eat this shit."
Don't give me credit. Give me credit where credit's due.
You know what, Rob? I'll take the fall for this one. My public statement will say, when Brodie was saying that he doesn't get leadership and that he's dumb and all those things, that was me he was talking about.
That was all me, baby.
That was me, baby.
Right here. 2 thumbs and this guy.
I'm the guy that doesn't get leadership. I'm the guy with the bad ideas. Don't give that credit to Rob. Oh, man, the Mets are so stupid. So then Brodie made his statement. Oh, yeah, Brodie made his statement as well.
Yeah, had to. Both of them misspelling Brodie's names and just tying some things together, people. The Mets and Marlins ended up doing a really nice thing. They go out on the field, 42 seconds of silence, and they leave the Black Lives Matter shirt on the field. Pretty cool. But with the organization, now I want you to go back and think about the Cespedes situation, where Cespedes left the team and we were wondering how it happened and how the Mets broke it right before the start of the game and said that a person was missing.
Yeah.
And we said, that's PR. It seems so messed up. Like, how could you do that? It looks like they're trying to trash Cespedes' names. And then look at them come out with 2 press releases where they misspell the GM's name. which I think was an intentional jab by them to try to be like, ha! Because otherwise it's what? Pure ignorance?
Nothing they do is intentional.
I don't know.
No, they would.
I don't know.
They're just dumb.
I think they thought they were going to take a shot at Brodie like they thought they were going to take a shot at Cespedes. And they just stink. They don't deserve us to talk about them.